Hey loves, shooting from France, from my parents' place. I started moving, I started being in my little no home-based journey, and it's been amazing. It's been so exciting, and I just love it. So here I just thought I'd do a video from my parents' place. This is the introduction to the video. So the theme of today, I wanted to share about the breakup ritual that we did with Eden last year. And this breakup ritual, basically we did it because we were living together in Israel and our sexual energy was going low. Our motivation for stuff was really low. There was a lot of frustration inside of the relationship, and there was tension on both sides, and we tried to make the best we could. We tried to communicate, we tried to like each other have their space, like we really tried to give as much as we could, but to each other. But the thing is that in the end the relationship was just super heavy, and it was all coming from the sexual energy that was stuck. I was feeling that as a girlfriend, I am supposed to provide sex. And the fact that my body was like retracting more and more was making me really confused and making me really scared. And even though I could communicate it with Eden, I was still feeling it. And I was still feeling guilty. And I was still feeling like I was broken. I was still feeling like there's something wrong with me. So this is a whole other topic, why the energy went like this and what does it mean sexually and everything. It's a completely other topic. I just kind of want to get back to the fact of why ever it was there, it was there. And this was my reality. And to free myself from the pressure, I had to accept that I was in this sexual energy state, and that if maybe my truth is to not be touched at all, not be kissed by my boyfriend, then I have to honor my truth. But where I was, it was not possible for me to honor that truth. I felt like, but if I don't provide physically, I am not girlfriend material. Like, why would he stay with me? What is how can we be together? And it would be really interesting to have his point of view, but I'm really saying it from what happened for me, because I don't want to invent what went on for him. But it basically got to the point where I was feeling so pressured into sex by myself that Eden would come and hug me or look at me in the eyes for a bit longer or kiss me or caress me. I would tense up because I would feel like, shit, it's time to have sex. And even though he said no, like he said that it wasn't, like he could live without sex, I was putting so much pressure on myself, and it was out of the question for me to be in a relationship without the sex. And it was just, I could not let go of the link between being a sexual girlfriend and being allowed to be in a relationship. Like it went together. So what we ended up doing is that we kind of had a long discussion and thought, okay, the relationship as it is not working. There's something off between the fact that I was feeling the sexual blockage, and then on him, there was a lot of like he was feeling invaded, or I can't remember if it was invaded, but there was something like he was feeling pressure and no freedom, and he was feeling a bit trapped as well. And so we decided that we were going to do a breakup ritual. Now, the breakup ritual, what does it mean? The breakup ritual is to cut energetically the relationship where it is, because the relationship as it is was not serving us, and it was just hurting us. It was just heavy. It was keeping our patterns. It was serving our stories that were keeping us away from truth and from love. The main thing keeping us together was the projection of getting back to a place where we feel good again. It's like this, I'm holding on because I am hoping, like I'm investing in the future, like because the future is going to be good. However, the thing is that in Eden and I's mentality, we do not want to be investing in imaginary relationships. And the relationship where it was really tensing and hurting and not nice. And as much as we knew there was love, it was so hard to feel it. And it wasn't anybody's fault. No one was doing something wrong. It just felt like the relationship evolved in a certain way and then started taking like a direction that maybe didn't make us happy. And we just kept going this direction, and it was getting away from both of our truths. So we just kind of followed a path, and then we got really far on that path, and it was like, shit, but this is not working for us. And I really like the partner I have, but I'm not liking the road this relationship has taken. So what we decided is, okay, we're obviously really attached to each other, and we don't know it, and we don't want to break up, but we need a relationship reset. We need something to change. And I was really, really afraid of saying, like, I just want to start over. I just want to, like, the pressure is so strong. I can't get back into a place of safety if we're on the same level. I need to start over. I need to start over, like, that I don't enter the room and you're automatically naked, for example, or that, you know, you come to me and you kiss me or you touch my butt. Or I said, like, I need to feel that my body is completely mine, my energy is completely mine, and that there is not this obvious thing like we've been interacting sexually and we are close to each other, so you can just allow yourself to do whatever you want. He was never disrespectful, but I was just feeling like constantly I had to protect myself. And it was very difficult to do it without micromanaging, because some things were okay sometimes not. So for me, that was the biggest thing. I just felt like I want to start over the relationship. And the thing is, there was a lot of fear, because starting over, there's kind of like starting over with someone that you already know, there's not the same excitement at the beginning of the relationship as there is with someone you just met. Even if you try to recreate it, it's not, because you know that person, you know that energy, you felt it already, it's already familiar. So there's not the excitement of the real novelty. So we were completely aware that by breaking the relationship where it is and resetting it, there was a chance that there would be no spark coming back up. And especially that the sexuality was already dead. And sexuality is a thing that really brought us together. So if we reset and sexuality doesn't come, are we ever going to get back together? That was really the big question. So it was a very, very moving evening. We took some time, we wrote on a paper everything that we don't like about the relationship, everything that we never want to accept again, everything we want to get rid of. And then we lit a big fire. When I say we, he did. We went around it, and then we were like, you know, tearing off the paper, reading it out loud and throwing it into the fire. And just doing that back and forth until we threw everything out. And then it was springtime in Israel, and there was a lot of really beautiful roses in the garden. So we took one or two, and basically we were looking at each other, and then we were taking off a rose petal and saying what we're gonna miss and what we love. And it felt like such a, you know, like the first part felt like, oh, I can finally get angry at everything that I'm angry in the relationship and burn it and just face it. And we said some stuff that was tough, like, oh my God, they think this about me. Like, it was really tough. We did not like sugarcoat it at all. We really honestly what is hurting us, what we want to get rid of. And then in the rose petals, we really said like what we truly are gonna miss and what we love, and as if we're really never gonna have it again. So we did that, and then we kind of just held hands, and we were crying, and we were really emotional, and it was really strongly, there was really strong vibration in both of our bodies, and really grief was going through us, and this unknown, this feeling of like, wow, what is waiting for us? And then we considered not sleeping in the same rooms, but then we kind of decided, you know, whatever happens in our love relationship, for sure we're friends, and we both want to be held. And so we just slept together, but just like cuddling and falling asleep in the same bed. And then it was actually really fun, because this is the moment that we realized, or I realized at least, that wow, our relationship is based on so much more than just sexuality, because it was actually fun to kind of role play, to be like not showing each other's bodies, to be kind of asking before a first kiss and feeling like, oh, I feel like kissing, or I feel like this. And we had a talk with Baba Des from ISTA and about the sexual blockage that is between us, and he was telling us about doing like a sacred spot in tantric massages. So we just kind of reconstructed the relationship differently, and we took a lot of independence and did a bit more stuff that we needed for ourselves, and our relationship grew again, and it was freaking amazing. And this felt like, oh my god, I feel like I get a second chance. Like I didn't need to stay stuck there. I really thought I did, but I really had to allow where I was to die to be able to get this second chance. And I'm so grateful and so glad that we did this before we get to the point of like we can't stand each other or something like this. So so that was amazing. And if anybody wants to be guided through something like this, or wants a ritual, because I can invent very easily, feel into rituals, and if you feel that you want one adapted to your situation, please, come over to me. Come and ask me. I love creating these things. I love making love expand, to give it more space, give it more flow, and oh my god, taking it out of the boxes that I thought that it was in. Thank you.